Good evening everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. So first of all, let me know how are you all, and also let me know is audio and video both are okay, are we good to go? So this is the session regarding your crash course. As you remember, if you remember that we have started the crash course series now, that used to be the victory series, and every day we are discussing one particular unit of your particular module to cover the maximum part of your syllabus in form of MCQ. So this is your session for IFS English medium batches or English medium candidate who want content in the English medium. So this is the crash course series, and today it is the second class, or I can say this is the second lecture of your crash course series. Okay, in this particular series we have started from the module C. So if you remember, if you are regularly following my sessions, you have seen that in the victory series we have completed the whole module D, and then from module C we have started after module D have been completed, and in this particular series we are starting with the module C, and in the Indian economy, Indian financial system module C, that is Indian financial architecture, we have already done the 2 units, that is your unit number 20 and unit number 21, and today we will be talking about unit number 22. So you can see in the module C we have from unit number 20 to 28 units, in which Indian overview, Indian financial system overview, as well as Indian banking structure have been already discussed in the last 2 sessions. And today we will be talking about the third chapter, or I can say the 22nd unit of your IFS, that is Banking Laws, Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 and Banking Regulation Act 1949. So when it comes to your banking laws are actually what? Banking laws are actually what? These are those regulations or acts, I can say, which actually tells the banks how to work, what to work, like what are the prohibitions there, what tasks cannot be performed by the bank, what are the tasks that can be performed by the bank, under which particular section they have been defined, under which particular act they have been defined. All these things will be defined under your certain RBI Act 1934 and Banking Regulation Act 1949. So it's a very a small chapter, I can say, but a lot of sections are there that you have to remember in this particular chapter. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is talking about here, which among the following are not correct about RBI Act. So RBI Act came into existence in 1934. So first of all, Hilton Young Commission for the first time recommended to establish the central bank of the country. Okay, and it was done in 1926, and RBI Act was introduced in 1934, and on 1st April 1935 RBI was established. Okay, what was established? RBI was established. So now we are talking about that RBI Act have a certain chapter. So in the RBI Act you will find 5 chapters are there, okay, and 2 schedules are there. 5 chapters and 2 schedules are there under the RBI Act 1934. So 2 schedules, out of 2 schedules, I guess second schedule everybody knows. So second schedule of RBI Act 1934 talks about your what type of acts? It talks about your schedule bank. They talks about the schedule bank. So when it comes to the RBI Act 1934, it have 5 chapters and 2 schedules. Out of that, second schedule talks about your what? It talks about your schedule bank of the country. Okay. Now the remaining chapters, there are 5 chapters. First is saying chapter 1 talk about the preliminary, second is talking about incorporation, capital management and business, third talks about general provision, fourth talks about central banking function. So you have to answer here which of the following is the right combination of the chapters of RBI Act 1934, and the right answer will be third and fourth. Chapter third and fourth content have been interchanged. So in chapter 3rd there is a central banking function, and in chapter 4 there is a general provision, and the last chapter, that is a chapter 5, it talks about the penalties. Okay, chapter 5 talks about what? It talks about the penalties. So first we have chapter preliminary, second we have incorporation, capital management and business, third we have general provision, fourth we have central banking function in this particular option, but they are asking not correct. So third and fourth is not correct. Your right answer will be C. Okay, first and second is the right combination, but third and fourth is interchange. So right answer will be C. Apart from that, so now remember, chapter 1 talks about preliminary, chapter 2 talks about incorporation, capital management, business, chapter 3 talks about the central banking function, chapter 4 talks about general provision, and chapter 5 talks about the penalties. Okay, so the right answer here will be your option number C. Okay, right answer will be your option number C. Next question. Next we have, what is section 24 of Banking Regulation Act all about? The section 24 of Banking Regulation Act is all about which of the following? Maintenance of SLR, return of unclaimed deposit, inspection, opening of new branches and transfer of existing branches. So which of the following is the section 24 talks about? So do remember, RBI Act 1934 section 42(1) talks about CRR, and Banking Regulation Act 1949 section 24 talks about the SLR. So section 24 of Banking Regulation Act talks about the SLR, and RBI Act 1934 section 42(1) talks about the CRR. These two are very important sections, okay, of RBI Act and Banking Regulation Act. So right answer will be A. Maintenance of SLR is defined under the section 24 of your Banking Regulation Act. Okay, and the Banking Regulation Act came into the existence in 1949. Next we have here, in which year did Reserve Bank of India commence its business? In which year RBI started performing its business? So first of all, when it talks about the RBI's history, it is very important to remember this, that the first time, or I can say the RBI Act in 1928-26, actually the first time, Hilton Young Commission came, and this commission actually recommended to establish the central bank of the country. So 1926 Hilton Young Commission is there, and it talked about what? It talked about the establishment of RBI. Okay, then in 1934 RBI Act came. RBI Act 1934 was introduced on 1st of April 1935. Establishment of RBI have been done. Establishment of RBI have been done. Okay, that's the 1st April 1935 RBI establishment done. When RBI was established, it was the private shareholders bank. It means the shareholding of RBI was with the individual person because they have purchased the share of RBI. So we wanted to establish the central bank of the country, and to establish the central bank of the country, it have been said the 5 crore initial capital is required, and it was not available at that time with the government. So the share of RBI have been issued and the public have purchased those shares. And that's how RBI was the private shareholders bank. In which year? In the year 1935. But on 1st of January 1949, RBI nationalization have been done. Nationalization of RBI. So Reserve Bank of India's nationalization have been done. Clear? So the right answer will be here 1935, because it's talking about when RBI started its business. So RBI was established in 1st April 1935 and it started its working in 1935. And Hilton Young Commission actually recommended to form RBI. This Hilton Young Commission, also known as the Royal Commission on Indian Currency. Okay, both the name are same. So here right answer will be 1934, the year when RBI started its business. Next. Okay, next we have question here. When the Banking Regulation Act 1949 was made applicable to the cooperative banks. So in which particular year, on which particular date, the Banking Regulation Act 1949 became applicable to the cooperative banks? A, B, C or D? In which year the Banking Regulation Act was made applicable to the cooperative banks of our country? Now, the cooperative banks of the country works for the agriculture sector. The cooperative banks for the country works for what? They works for the agriculture sector. So here the right answer is 1st of March 1966. From 1st of March 1966, the Banking Regulation Act 1949 became applicable on the cooperative banks. Okay, it became what? It became applicable on whom? On the cooperative banks, the Banking Regulation Act. Reason why it have been introduced, because in the cooperative banks a lot of frauds were going on. Hana? To stop those frauds and to control these kind of situation, we have introduced the Banking Regulation Act's applicability on the cooperative banks. So right answer is C. Okay. Next question we have here, that's talking about business that RBI cannot transact exactly. And those business that RBI cannot transact exclude. Out of these, which of the following cannot be performed by Reserve Bank of India? First is saying engage in trade or otherwise have a direct investment in any commercial, industrial and other undertakings. Second, make loans or advances. Third, draw or accept bills payable otherwise than on demand. Fourth, allow interest on deposits or current accounts. So out of these four statements, business that RBI cannot transact exclude. It means you have to answer those transactions or those functions, or we can say the functions or the transaction which RBI actually perform. Hana, RBI cannot transact exclude. It means what? They are asking what RBI can actually do out of these. Because cannot transact means those statement which or those functions which cannot be performed by RBI. But they have added the word exclude in the end. It means that can be performed by the RBI. Hana, the question meaning have changed because the exclude have been added. So what do you think? Which of the following will be correct? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, none of the above. A, B, C or D, which of the following is correct? And the right answer for this question will be none of the above, because all are the functions written here which cannot be performed by RBI. RBI cannot engage in trade or otherwise. RBI cannot give loan or advances. RBI cannot draw or accept the bills payable. RBI cannot allow interest on the deposit or current account. So right answer here is D, that is none of the above. None of these function can be performed by RBI. Next, highlight the untrue statement. You have to find out the untrue statement. It means false statement with respect to part 5 of section 56 of Banking Regulation Act 1949. So Banking Regulation Act 1949 section 56 part 5 we are talking about. Which of the following statement is untrue about it? First is saying with the introduction of section 50 in the Banking Regulation Act 1949 with effect from 1st March 1966, cooperative banks have come under the regulatory purview of RBI. So I guess, second question is saying, while the formation and management of cooperative societies operating in one state only are under the control of state government, licensing and regulation of banking rests with the RBI. Okay. Third is saying there is a dual control of state government and Reserve Bank of India on those banks which are in the state governments or which are in the state of the country. Now, the Banking Regulation Act Ordinance 2020 received the President of India's assent on 26th of June 2020 to give more powers to RBI to restructure cooperative banks, provide more control over management and allow RBI to frame the revival plan for these banks and protect the interest of these depositors. So question is asking here about what? The question is asking which of the following is untrue statement. So now you can see we have just discussed, like on 1st of March 1966, what we have done. We have actually added the cooperative banks under the preview of Banking Regulation Act 1949, not under the RBI Act. It means right answer is A. The A statement is untrue because it is talking about regulatory preview of RBI, but it will be Banking Regulation Act 1949. So your right answer is A option. Okay, right answer will be your what? Right answer will be your A option. Now, next, filling the blanks in relation to the section 7 and 8 of RBI Act. So, section 7 and 8 of RBI Act 1934, it talks about management and control, management and central board. So, it is talking about management and central board of RBI. So first of all, when it comes to the Central Board of RBI, RBI will have one governor, 4 deputy governors, 4 members will come from the local boards, 2 members will come from the Ministry of Finance, 10 members will be nominated by Government of India. Okay, so these are the member, like 1 will be governor, 4 will be deputy governor, 4 member will come from the local board, 2 member will come from the Ministry of Finance, and the last 10 members will be appointed by Government of India. Okay, these are the total board of directors. Now, the governor and deputy governors are dash time official of the bank. The governor and the deputy governor hold office for a term fixed by the central at the time of the appointment not exceeding dash years and are eligible for reappointment. The government official nominated under dash shall hold office at the pleasure of the government, and the director nominated from the local board shall continue during their membership of the local board. The other directors shall hold office for dash years and thereafter until their successor are nominated. So here the question is, the filling the blanks is a little bit tough, because if you do not remember any one of the filling the blanks, might be you won't be able to answer the right, you won't be able to give the right answer. So first of all, let's eliminate the options. First is saying the governor and deputy governors are dash time officials. So they are not part-time, they are whole-time officials. So you can see C option have been eliminated. So governor and deputy governors are whole-time officials of the bank. And the governor and deputy governor holds office for a term fixed by whom? Central dash, fixed by whom? Obviously central government. So your second option also have been eliminated because it's saying banks. So from central government you can take permission to exceed the duration and not exceeding dash years and are eligible for reappointment. You cannot exceed dash year. What year? The 5, both options have 5 options, 5 years. So it means actually not exceeding 5 years is correct, and are eligible for reappointment. So the government official nominated under dash shall hold the office under what? Section 88(1)(b). Okay, then we're talking about here Section 81(b), Section 81(d). Okay, so out of these two, 81(b) and 81(d), the right is your 81(b). Okay, right answer is your what? 81(b). And the last is the other director shall hold the office for the Central Board of RBI for the period of how many years? For the period of 4 years. So right answer will be your D option. So these kind of questions can be also added in your preparation. So do make sure while you are studying your book or while you are studying your syllabus, do understand each and every concept and learn the concept by understanding. So right answer here will be your D option. Like governor and deputy governor are whole-time members or official. Governor and deputy governor hold office for a term period or at central. By whom? Decided by central government. And then at the time of appointment not exceeding how many years? 5 years. They are eligible for reappointment. And the government official nominated under the Section 81(d) and hold office at the pleasure of government, the director nominated from the local board and shall continue their membership of the local boards, and the director can hold 4 years, can hold office for 4 years, and thereafter under their succession will be going on. So right answer will be your D, the right filling the blanks. Next, in terms of RBI Act, the following business may be transacted by RBI. So in terms of RBI Act 1934, which of the following business may transacted by RBI? Make loan or advance, draw or accept bills payable otherwise than on demand, allow interest on deposits or current accounts, none of the above. A, B, C or D. In terms of RBI Act, the following business may transacted by RBI. What business will be transacted by RBI? Okay. So RBI Act, the following business be transacted by RBI, that is allow interest on deposits and your current account. So right answer will be your C. Okay. Now next question we have, which of the following is our prohibited function of banks? So banks have been prohibited under certain section that you cannot perform any function here. Okay, so what are these options which are correct about the function? First is saying no banking company shall directly or indirectly deal in the buying or selling or bartering of goods and or engage in any trade. Second, no banking company shall buy or sell or barter the goods for others. Third, no banking company shall hold any immovable property, howsoever required, for more than 7 years. From the acquisition thereof, however, it can hold any immovable property required for its own use. Okay, so you have to answer which of the following is a prohibited function of bank. 1, 2, 3. Out of these 3, which are the prohibited function of a bank? So banks are actually prohibited, Hana, for directly and indirectly deal in the buying and selling or bartering the goods engaged in the any trade. So that is first correct. Second, no banking company shall buy or sell or barter the goods for someone else. Like you cannot purchase the goods and services for someone else, Hana, that cannot be done. Then also no banking company shall hold any immovable property like your land, howsoever required, for more than 7 years. Okay, and from the acquisition thereof. So simply you can acquire the immovable property for the year of 7 years, and all the statements, all the points here are correct about the prohibited function of banks. So right answer is your what? All of the above, D. All functions are correct. Next question we have, nomination in deposit accounts, safe custody accounts and safe deposit locker accounts are covered under section 45ZA, section 45ZC, section 45ZE respectively. Okay, I did a mistake here. I was thinking that I will provide a filling the blanks here in place of section, but I have just written the section. So let's discuss this as a statement only. Like if you want to have a nomination in deposit account, safe custody account and safe deposit locker account, they are covered under the section 45ZA, 45ZC, 45ZE respectively. This statement is very much important. Okay, because we are talking about the nomination facility. Okay, so these are total questions that we have discussed today. So first let me know, is any doubt is there to any one of you? Is there any doubt? So this is your PPB crash course series, and similarly crash course batch is available, which is started from 18th of March and it's going on still, and by using the code Y496 you can get 81% discount here, and on the double validity and 81% discount is available on the Mahapack if you use the same code Y496. Now how to enroll? To enroll, just first download the 24/7 application. After downloading the application, go to the home page of the website, and on the home page you have to select the exam category. That will be JAIIB CIB. Okay, and when you scroll down you will find JAIIB CIB as an exam category. Select the JAIIB CIB, then click on the JAIIB May 2024. And you can find all these are the live classes. Apart from that, we have test series, we have video courses, we have ebooks, and we have physical books also, which will be transferred to your doorstep. And if you want to enroll in any ebook or any book, whether it's a offline or online, and your let's say test series. Okay, first is your book, you want to purchase this book and test series. Okay, so use the code here Y496S. It will give you 23% discount, which is only available 20% here. Okay, that will be the offer for the books and test series. Now, apart from that, when you scroll down, you will find here JAIIB Mahapack is available, and whenever there is a Mahapack going on, enroll with the Mahapack only. Apart from that, the crash course is also available. So you can see this is your crash course in which 200 classes will be there. 276 tests will be there, 184 ebooks will be there. When you scroll down, you will find here the study plan available. And once the study plan, you can check all the 4 subject study plan have been already made, and the date also and the time also have been mentioned here. Let's say this is your PPB. So PPB date is 18th of March and 6 to 7 a.m. the PPB will go, and Suprabha ma'am will take the PPB here. So this is what the study material will be. After that, just click on the buy now option. So all these benefits are available in the crash course, and user code Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you will get 81% discount if you purchase from the Adda 24/7 application. Then 3,700 you have to pay only by paying code Y496. Okay, so in the crash code 3,700 it is. In the Mahapack, all the comprehensive batch will be available, all crash course will be available, all numerical batches will be available. Apart from that, your power pack batches, your revision batches, every upcoming batch will be enrolled here. And for that, you have a Mahapack 2.0. So when you go to the Mahapack 2.0, you will find the offerings. And apart from those offerings, it provides additional benefit which is not available anywhere. That is your special added feature, mini and Maha marathons. And after that, click on the buy now option. Enter a code here that will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you will get 80% discount. 1% additional discount is available if you use the coins. Okay, so 81% discount, and in 5,700 you will be capable of purchasing the Mahapack for the 1 year validity. So now you can see this is the best way to invest your money when you are preparing for the JIB and CIB. Clear? So I guess this is all. And apart from that, I want to give you the information, like if you really want to join these sessions on a regular basis, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions